Hello. Thank you for joining us as we take a trip across the Starstream. With me are my 4 interstellar adventurers, Jace Mathenia, Chenoa Henderson, Kahn, and Maverick. I will be guiding you and these players through a patchwork game system partially of my own design. So, without further ado, let's get started.
Woo! Let's go!
It is May 9th, in the year 2797. A small starship is being pursued by a large, narrowly avoiding the gunfire that follows it from behind. But it's not fleeting, it's just falling, spinning out of control as it careens toward a scar in the crust of the planet below. Air within the ship is long since bled out through the full moon shot through it. The pilot is dead, but there is a passenger, still alive. And so I begin by asking Jace for a vitality saving.
Oh, jeez, right into a saving throw. All right.
Okay.
See how it
Pass. Give me a short game.
Help me.
Back to
You're
your
gonna
main
roll.
page.
You're gonna roll one of these d20.
Okay.
These icosahedrons.
Yes.
Icosahedron.
Ecosahedron.
All right. One.
The ecosahedron.
Yes, just one.
Okay. Now what do I need to get to pass this?
You don't
The
get
lady
to
never
go.
tells.
You don't get to go.
It's gonna be risky.
Roll big number.
Gorg is
Big
very
number.
scared right now.
Big number.
No whammies.
Oh.
Oh.
Huh?
So what is your
Mid.
vitality? Here you'll see
That's 60%.
VIT 10 plus 0, and you are not proficient. Unfortunately, we're just starting, so we're gonna have that severe consequences. You throw up.
Awesome.
So Jace, you're in this spinning, dead spaceship. There's alarms that like occasionally try to blare with the limited electricity going through it, and you've just thrown up. Would you please describe your character at this moment?
Just describe him like.
Yeah, what?
Wow.
Who the guy is,
Okay.
and what he's doing in this exact moment.
CyGorg, who is a cyborg goblin, is currently terrified. He just threw up all over himself. It smells. He usually smells anyway, but it's like extra bad. He is not having a great time. He thinks he's gonna die. He's like, oh, this is it.
No, I did.
And his name again is CyGorg. CyGorg. Okay. CyGorg is a cyborg. Yeah. His name was Gorg. His name was Gorg. Now he's CyGorg. I love that. That's perfect.
So you're in this ship. It's not a large. I mean, this is sort of the piloting area, but like it's not a large ship. That piloting area is a good chunk of it, a good percentage. The pilot who just rescued you from this prison that you don't really know much about. He is a short, which means he's this sort of goat person. He's got this sort of ash-colored fur, you know, the goat horns, whatever exactly that's called. In this military uniform. And all you really know at this moment is your ship is getting shot at and it's falling. What do you do? Do you do anything? Is there anything? I mean,
I want to lick his body. Maybe he got some gold.
I see the goblin is still in
Plummeting to death. What is their goal?
I like the one he has.
you get it.
If I'm gonna die rich. It's like 2 cents.
But he like, if he has season 2 cents,
Oh, yes, I need that.
Fortunately, I planned ahead and this is exactly what I thought. All of your equipment is stuff that you have that he gave you. Some power cells. He gave you like a gun as you were escaping.
But not the 50 feet of rope. That's part of my answer.
Nobody has any context for him.
A goblin with a gun sounds amazing. I'm very excited.
You find more power cells, find some knives, a sword, a set of thieves' tools, basically a cell phone, a flashlight, a crowbar, 15 ration bars. Apparently not 50 feet of rope because, as we've just established, that is your impediment.
Okay, let me give context then. Whenever I need rope, a stomach compartment opens up, and then my rope is 50 feet of intestines. I just don't need them anymore. Just so everybody knows.
Are they a specific color?
Oh, it's like I think it's like a light grayish green.
Nice.
It's like not very saturated.
Gotcha.
Okay, I see that.
It looks a little diseased.
Yeah, it's maybe put some warts on it.
You also find on this person itself in his uniform, there is a box of matches and a flask of water.
Nice.
You, of course, calmly take all of this as your ship is like. The gravity in the ship is solely from rotational. But you still just, calmly walk through and take this stuff after having grown up from the forces of this. You hear like just this shearing noise as the ship collides with something else. But it's still moving. You haven't crashed yet, you just hit something. Does that change anything about your assessment of the situation?
So, okay, is there any sort of escape pod, or is the ship's main controls like non-functional?
Yeah.
Okay, so there's nothing.
So, you're looking for like an escape pod system. The ship does have like a little cargo bay that's technically usable as a hangar, but there's nothing in it right now. You could consider just jumping out. You're not really familiar with the cybernetics right now. So for all you know, you might be able to survive in the vacuum of space. But you, Jace, I must advise you currently have that your cybernetics allow you to survive in the vacuum of space. So there's a chance that you will have to create a new character.
What a gamble!
Are you intelligent enough? Okay.
You can, since you are going to, not everybody is new to this system. Nobody works on something. You can roll an intelligence check to attempt to determine whether you can survive in the
Okay, I want to do it.
What's this little airlock thing?
What do I roll?
You roll
At
d20.
Okay. 16.
And in nature? Or actually, wait, no, that's a knowledge field. So yes, So knowledge fields are sort of a new, not necessarily the original element of the game, but you have points in various fields of knowledge rather than proficiency in them. So you have 2 points in nature and a +3 intelligence. So you get +5.
Okay. So +5 to 16.
Yeah.
Good maths. Good job.
I love this. Yes.
This section usually changes.
What if I find out that like, oh, it's like this will kill him, and then I just do it anyway? I would not do that.
Well, then I know.
I can still do that.
You don't want to remember what your independence as a player.
Right. No.
But
You
will die.
It's just funny to think like I could just do that.
have to just sit in the car.
Freedom of choice.
You can't go. You have to just sit in the car.
Anyway, proceed.
You determine that the best technology cannot survive in space. Even if you didn't need to breathe, there's like a lot of organics which are even still exposed to the elements that wouldn't do well. Like,
Well, I'm going to die. I'll go ask the bed. Give me a mattress.
okay, so in response to the imminent crash of the ship, CyGorg starts drinking.
Should I like a window? Is there any windows?
Yes, the like cockpit area does just have like a not glass, but like transparent seal.
So can I go over there and like see what I hit?
Yes. So your ship right now, the window is down because the artificial gravity is not functioning. So again, all you have is the rotation of the ship. So looking down, you see it's just flicking rapidly between green planet, space, space.
I don't know what to do.
So with that, we're gonna move on from this scene for a moment.
Okay.
We'll get back to you.
I'm sorry. I keep trying things, so there's like I'm just giving it.
You're not in a situation.
I won't.
Okay.
Don't worry, we'll come back.
Your grandma is dead.
Yeah.
It's fine.
So, on the planet Solus, something is burning up as it enters the atmosphere. But not quite on the planet's surface, there's a little floating town. It's not mostly mechanical, airship station, sort of. And in that town, which has a name, my name is, you won't believe this guy. This town has a name, you guy, called Wine. And there's a mechanic shop in that town where a man is currently working on this hovering truck. Maverick, would you like to describe your character?
Hi. Yeah. I'm playing Rory. He's an older dude. He's like 40, 50 years old, mostly human, mostly. And he's been working engines his whole life. He's got a dad bod. He's definitely not eating the best. He's got striking ruddy red hair and beard with salt and pepper flecked in there. Jumpsuit. Think typical mechanic's gear. Belt with who knows what on it.
Space tools.
Space tools, regular tools, maybe something else, who knows. He's been at this a while.
Give you a rope.
How did you get that?
Just a man asking questions.
It's not, is it?
Not with that.
Mine are not, in fact, intestinal.
or don't have words for them.
Ooh, there we go.
But yeah, I've been working engines for a long time. I'm working on one right now.
So, Rory Lynch. working at this truck thing. And in comes a sheriff. The apparel of sheriffs in the galaxy has not changed much in the last 1,000 years. Still that beige hat,
Nice.
beige police uniform.
Perfect.
Patch on the shoulder, I assume.
Yeah. It's so Sylvis is the tightly locked community of ground dwarf. So you can always see these sort of magenta light from giant planet in the sky. It's always in the same position to you. I think they're pretty close to like directly where that planet points at it. So the sun, which is like a tiny dot that's still shining brightly over the planet, is, I think it's about midday.
Okay.
It's not long before it's going to be eclipsed by the planet. But I was able to get a lot more out of it.
So that would be like the equivalent of night on this, right? When it's equivalent.
No, night is like the sun rises, depending on the time of year, it'll go behind the planet, it'll come out, and then it'll set.
Oh, okay. So the sun still revolves, or we
Yeah.
still revolve.
We do still live in a geocentric universe where...
Well, I didn't know.
We do still live in a geocentric universe where everything revolves around the planet. But
I was just trying to figure out if the sun
Is
would
there
move through the sky or if the planet's constant.
Yeah. So there is a day-night cycle. It's not just all sun, depending on the kind
it's
of.
always a bit light out because of the...
Okay.
Okay, gotcha.
So... Sheriff comes in, which... Unless this is exceptional circumstances and you've broken some law you don't know about. Usually, this means that equipment is broken somewhere, and the sheriff thinks that he's going to have to shoot it while you fix the equipment.
So I have history with this guy. Is he kind of a shoot first, ask questions later kind of individual?
Not necessarily, it's just that most of his job is shooting wildlife that tries to eat the equipment.
Gotcha.
Oh, I see. It's probably not broken just from.
So he's like
wear
a
and
clincher.
tear. It's probably something that's gotten at it.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
He comes in, I think he just...
Like carries a shotgun in the back of his truck and that kind of a thing. Like a shotgun and road flares, you know, neither.
In his hover truck.
Yeah, his hover truck. My bad.
20-something century, 30th century. Got hoverboards now.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah. He comes in and says, doesn't greet you or anything, he says, this dipper's got out of one of the outposts again.
Which one?
23.
Slides himself out from under the hover truck that he's working on. We going now?
Yeah.
A couple of things. Heads over to a workbench, stocks his tool belt. A little something flies over from somewhere that it was working on something else.
Is this your drum?
Yeah. Perches onto his shoulder, kind of collapses into a little pauldron sort of deal. Gathers up my things, turns back to him. Let's go.
So you go out into this sheriff's car, which is also flying, not necessarily because all cars fly, which is, you're going from the station to these outposts. The purpose of which is to basically, the planet has constantly shifting tectonics. So occasionally, a cave will just open up. You'd be like, there's a ton of minerals there. You got all these sensors around when you go send the miners in. So, you get out, you fly over. You see it, and there are these 3 giant worm things, the front of which are spiders. It's a spider with a tail of a worm.
Awesome!
But big enough to cut.
I'm like instantly like, nasty, thanks.
They're kind of just big enough to be able to like eat into the equipment and then cause. I mean, I guess it's a rat could do this. It's like kind of like a small dog.
Dog size, people size, really dog sized. Okay.
These don't usually get to people size because they do this.
Yeah, because I imagine they develop a taste for things that aren't metal.
Let's hope that never comes back later.
Parents frantically taking down notes like, oh, great idea!
Starship-sized creature.
Oh, they're eating on it bad.
Yep. So you just get down to this little platform and roll it.
Nice. Borrow any dice?
The new one, the fancy one?
Yeah.
That's an 11. Where's the initiative? Oh, it's a -1.
Oh no! They have so many legs! They have more legs than you do.
I was working on engines for 40 years.
And you got a dad bod.
And I had a dad bod. Yep, that dexterity checks out. I don't expect my lawn mechanic to move fast.
He doesn't need to.
I relate. I'm a dad and I also lack initiative.
So what do you end up with?
And
Spider legs. I realize now that Jace can see.
I don't know what blindfolded.
I appreciate that you didn't try any restraint, you just looked straight down. Dice rolls were exciting.
It's like what's gonna happen? At least I don't blur it out like, oh, you're, you know.
right here says that.
Now just look at every roll, and for every single one, regardless of what it is, it's a 1. For every single one.
So I need one more time to remind me of what I got. 10. So, stiffers, no notice. President decidedly non-stiffer. And rightly assume that someone's trying to steal their food. So they just immediately rush at you. You do have a gun.
Our jam was kind enough to provide me with a revolver.
Nice.
Yeah. The sheriff does have a laser about 12, but you just have a normal bullet revolver. So I'm going to try to, one of them, there's 2 upon you now. One of them is going to try to fight you, the other is trying to blast you with its many. more than anything. You have, I think I can say this like this. You have your evasion class, which is basically armor class, because armor is slightly different. It's 13.
Yes.
You have that. Neither.
Nice.
A level over.
Live forever. Getting a cease and desist. You can't reach us in space.
I'll live forever, trademarked.
The other tries to fight. Yeah, the remaining sister tries to fight the sheriff. And unlike you, where I guess you is just mechanic, is expertly dodging these sisters, whereas the sheriff morale is to go out and attack these animals is disaster.
It'd be like that.
That's why you need it back.
You knew
He
it
knew
was that guy.
he knew he was not going to get this job. That's in his backstory. We don't have time to go into that.
Well, improv.
Jesus Christ.
I've been nice, misbehaved.
Yeah.
The sheriff's gonna die.
So the mechanic of the dad bod's like dodging the sheriff, whose job it is to do this, is just getting
You're actually using the sheriff to dodge, you're just dragging him in front of you as a meat shield.
He's just firing every direction as just getting eaten. Poor sheriff.
Oh, this poor man.
So that was 9 damage.
That's a lot of damage.
That's a lot, dude.
In the infamous words of Will Smith, that's a lot of damage.
He has 15 levels.
He was magically developed HP well above his level.
What's your starting HP?
Number.
Ooh, you said Nymara sound. Tight.
My starting HP is full.
You never ask whether these
I should have known better. That is on me.
The sheriff has lost almost half of his hit points. Jesus Christ. The first night of this sifter, but is now his turn. So
Retaliate in kind.
his revenge will be sweet and served.
He decides that no.
This guy
He gets 2 shots. But I think they're with disadvantage because he is it's a ranged weapon. And I think that's how it works.
It's your game, you determine how it works.
That's terrible.
The first shot misses. I mean, that might change like his disadvantage. Maybe he can get a nat. Oh my god. Oh my god. No. It's just not good.
Just like,
Sheriff's done. Sheriff's going tomorrow.
He's either quitting or dying right now.
Wait.
Oh!
Hit it. The hit? Guys, terrific.
He did something. It's more than I ever expected from law enforcement.
I was thinking it. I didn't. I was like, it's okay. We all get to learn together.
It's fun to play.
This is something. Why did I make this game?
Who did this?
You know what, guys? I'm so sorry to tell you, this is actually a one-shot now. That's it. We're done.
The sheriff is being a main character.
It's one of those like guarding missions now. We all have to follow the sheriff to protect him.
I was a background actor.
Okay. Actually, no, I don't have the wherewithal to explain what I did wrong.
You did nothing. Yeah, we can't see it. You did nothing wrong.
This is exactly how it's supposed to be.
Jace, lean over there and see what he did wrong.
Use your position of power, Jace.
Yes.
You look at it, it's just indecisive. Like it's just a bunch of zeros.
Like, I see some sort of chart thing with some stuff on it. I don't know what that means.
You look at it, it's just a screensaver.
The computer's not even actually on.
Yeah, I know where it's a screensaver of like a fish in a bowl, so it's like really magnified.
Is that a light bright over there?
So he does manage to boom the stifter.
Nice.
Probably wouldn't know this was
It's just on the fly like I don't want that to happen much actually. It is Rory's turn.
Alright. Well, Rory realizes he's in a bad spot. I'm outnumbered, and we are outgunned, as evidenced by the sheriff. No one knows how gun works. So my little drone boy is gonna launch straight up in the air. And
This is a two-dimensional Google sheet that I have.
don't worry, it won't matter. It won't matter. I'm not going to come here, don't worry about it. And from like 30 feet up, I'm assuming that's movement. Let me go check real quick. Yeah, Pythagoras speaking. From that 30 feet up, it's going to start locking onto things. And I'm going to fire mini missiles from it, which, for anybody familiar with other TTRPGs, is basically a magic missile.
Nice.
Okay, cool.
So, 3 glowing guided darts. Each dart strikes a creature of a choice I can see within range 120. Each dart deals a d4 plus 1 fire damage, and they're all going to the same one.
Nice.
Okay, so then you roll
3d4 plus 3.
That seems right.
The caltrops of dice.
Yes.
Ooh, nice.
3, so that is 7 plus 3, 10 damages. 10 fire damage. Which hopefully the magnifying glass logic applies to these bugs.
Oh, these guys on fire.
Yeah, so your drone has done that, but it's your action. The drone just.
That is my action, just casting from the drone.
Yeah.
That's pretty sick.
Now, the stifters are now getting. They're sort of arthropod-like, but they can't fly. So they're just getting shot by a thing that they have no way of really reaching. It's kind of checkmate for the stifters. So, realizing, not knowing, of course, that Rory needs to control the drone for it to do anything. not having the ability to grasp such a concept. You just gotta start running away.
Alright.
Like, they just look up like, oh shit.
Well,
Not today.
Now, if they can't fly, I'm not really sure how they got on this platform in the first place.
Oh,
They're an invasive species.
they're just there.
My extensive work.
Maybe they hit like a ride or something.
Yeah, like Lynch.
Like they're on it, yeah.
Yeah.
Like a ship or a vehicle or
I see what you're doing here.
Just
I did. You're in chat.
Oh.
So, Sheriff kind of sits down on a slightly elevated part of the platform, now with like a gash on his throat, just kind of not really sure what to do with himself at this moment.
It was one day for retirement. You hate to see it.
One day retirement as of now. He just kind of sits there, and in the distance, Rory, you see this sort of like comet falling down straight toward the canyon. This sensor is up.
Take note of it.
Make an check.
Dealer's choice.
Yeah, some sort of, it can sort of do, I think, yeah, perception would fit, nature would fit, and technology would fit.
I was gonna hopefully suggest technology because
Very
that's by far higher than the other two. That is gonna be 28, which I hope is enough.
You see nothing.
It's like you don't know. I say you don't know.
You realize this is like a derelict ship being fired on. As it falls into the caves, presumably whatever's shooting at it is not going to be able to fall. So not very long from now, there's going to be a shipwreck that's probably pretty much yours to claim.
Sick. Does the sheriff seem to take note of it?
He
Or is he too busy tending to his
Resignation words.
Yeah, he does notice it, but not much more to say about it. It's not really.
I have a look at that.
He's busy.
He's busy.
Rory steps over to the sheriff, starts taking a look at his bite wound.
Yeah, so do a medicine check.
Okay. Nice. Where's his medicine on here? Oh, it's in the chest. 22.
Oh, good. Great.
You're not able to do anything with that tech procedure wise because you have a mending that does something if you're already alive. As far as wounds go.
I thought this is looking at Kahn there, but that might be a typo.
Oh no, yep, it says organic, mechanical, or element.
Oh, nice.
So you actually can.
It's just, once I use it, I can't use it on I can't get it until long rest. So he would only.
You're probably not going to need to. You know, it's unlikely you're going to run into anything the next day that's going to hurt.
Well, so I start tending to it, I pull a tool off my belt, some random who knows what. Some technical device, and just, well, it's still not.
Is there this? The sifter's bite is somewhat poisonous, and that's affected him, but it's not like.
Yeah, that I'm not going to be able to do anything about. So,
Yeah, it's mostly just going to hurt him for the battle and not really much else to him.
oh, gotcha.
It's mostly like being prey, which is going to be smaller than the sifter.
He gets 1 hit point back. One hit point, which is more than he had.
Well, he had more than
For all we know, he had. You could have been a -3.
He was actually, that was actually outright privilege, just been like walking around.
Yeah.
Gives you a thanks. And of course, you still have to like actually, you know, repair this station in theory before you
In theory.
go after the shipwreck.
So
You could just leave.
It's exactly a lot of crashes anyway.
You could just do some dereliction duty while the officers are on.
Well, I was gonna. How do I want this? My brain just went completely blank. Oh my god. Yeah, I guess I'll examine the thing and see what kind of damage has been done to it. Might as well take a look.
Yeah, so
It's contagious.
yeah. It's not beyond you can fix like that within an hour. Like there's some of the wires bending, but like you can fix it pretty much in an hour, I think.
Okay, so it's just like minor structural stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. And this will probably be a check that I'll fail, but I'll ask anyways. Can I estimate about how far out that cave is?
The cave with the shipwreck?
Yeah.
For all you know, that ship could have been like deep in the ground.
Okay, so I know roughly where it went, but I don't know how deep it went.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. I guess I'll get to work. Because this seems like a really quick fix.
You were unable to eyeball the ship falling out of the sky and calculate the trajectory of which it would crash at the same time.
It could have fallen in there. You could be super dead. So yeah, I guess we'll get to mending. Just.
Okay. Now, at this point, you're going to flash back from May 9th to April 21st. There's a space station pretty far away from everything else that's going on in the it's a location, a sort of astral region, a cluster of stars known by a few different names. The Medvesia, the Roga, the Urson Road, or the Great Wall of Miser. And along this sort of trail of stars, which is difficult to get into from like solar space. It's not far from solar space, but it's the hyperlink routes are positioned in such a way to make it inconvenient to get in there. In this line of stars, there is a star known as Arcus, which until recently was sort of contested between the Thorian Union and the Citizens Union of Titan. Recently, the Thorian Union basically sold their claim and control of the system to Titan. As a result, there's a few hundred workers there whose legal relationship with their employers recently changed. And so someone has sort of been brought in to like negotiate the annulment of certain contracts with the Thorian Union. specifically with House Ursa, which controls the earthen wall. That person is Nymara Vel. Josh,
Yes.
would you like to describe Nymara Vel?
Nymara Vel is a tall, slender, beautiful man. He is covered in armor and has a sigil on the front that is of his order, the Order of the Unbound Dawn. And he is has like a light blue skin. He has 4 tendrils. He has tendrils that grow down and grow back. This species, how do you pronounce it? Aglashi? Or
I think I made it really hard so that a typo that I made wasn't actually a typo.
Okay.
It's just a different transliteration.
Aglashi. Okay.
The glow is really hard to pronounce. I think people generally just say Aglashi.
And then, so the Aglashi people are just naturally beautifully sculpted. They are used as trophies a lot of the time. They are a race that is often indentured and traded by people and organizations. And Nymara is a former slave who has decided to not only break his own chains, but to lend his expertise in the breaking of the chains around him. And so he's made it his mission to see a world free of slavery. But this is his first big move in the order and negotiating a deal that's over 300 lives. He holds his composure, but he on the inside is a little frantic about making sure he makes the right call for these people. Their lives are in his hand.
Yeah. So, this is sort of the start of Nymara's quest. He has a few members of his order that have sort of spread about the galactic arm. So how's it pronounced?
Nymara.
Nymara. Nymara is approached by a member of the Order of the Unbound Dawn, sort of a former sort of bureaucrat for one of the houses of the Arthurian Union. He just got basically converted by saying that slavery is bad.
Nailed it.
He was like,
Okay.
You know what, no right. He approaches you, says, so to review, there are 312 people that we are negotiating for. 95 are of various organic species, mostly humans. A few Aglashi, a few short. And additionally, 204 mechanical labor robots, and 11 of the various species that have, they're called elemental species. They're made of more simultaneously simple yet complex organic bonds, which are mostly just comprised of a single chemical or some other such thing.
And so the authoritarian union brought them here, all of these laborers.
Yes. It's mostly mining robots, just to mine the belt.
All right, well, that is many lives that are in my hands. So, before I go into this negotiation, is there anything you can tell me about the houses involved that will help me navigate any pitfalls that wait for me in this meeting?
There's not much specific about House Ursa. It's really going to pertain to this. They're located as we are, right on the border. So they're the most aggressive toward solar space and toward the Citizens Union of Titan. But the deal's already gone through, so I doubt that's going to affect how they negotiate. Really, they're one of the central, not of course physically in space because they're a very border house, but because they're closest to solar space, they were colonized first. So they're a central member of the Union.
So they have a lot of power.
Yes, but it also means there's not much character to them that's separate from the general authority of the character.
Well, we can use that. All right, well, I think the most important thing we need to secure in this first meeting is to make sure that all of these contracts, the debts are wiped clean, so that they may take up citizenship on Titan if the local government gives them permission. All right, I think I'm ready to head to the conference room and make this deal happen. And Nymara grabs his paperwork. He's got his dossier that he's been reviewing, and he turns away from the other member. And he takes a deep breath, and he turns and he says, "Make sure that there is extra room prepped on the shuttle in case anybody decides that they would like to relocate and I'm not able to secure relocation on behalf of the authority. I would like to do our best to make sure that nobody is stranded."
It'd be difficult to carry more than 50 people. If they let us leave and come back in rounds.
Well, let us hope the citizenship of Titan is amenable to letting these people take up citizenship and build a life for themselves.
Yes.
All right, lead the way.
So, two Hathorian soldiers, human Hathorian soldiers, you can't see their faces, but generally by the frame, they're either robots built to look like humans or humans in full, like, sort of combat gear, holding rifles, guide you to this door in the hallway of the station, conference room. It's just a table, a bunch of empty seats with the Baroness of the system, sitting across from you and George.
Who was the Baroness's name?
Vivienne Ananko.
And who is George? And
George is the assistant who just spoke to you.
okay, perfect.
George Veers. I don't know if I said that before.
George Beers. Baroness, I appreciate you taking the time. We have very serious matters to discuss, and there are a lot of lives that depend on this conversation.
Yes, I quite have something to eat, and there's of course a bunch of hors d'oeuvres across the empty table. There's 4 soldiers behind her. The 2 that escorted you are remaining guarding the door from outside. So she invites you to eat. Do you?
Yeah, Nymara, he takes a plate and he grabs, looking at the table, Nymara is somebody who has studied culture. He knows a lot of aristocratic behavior. He knows the life they lead. So he identifies what is the most exotic, the fanciest thing at this table, and grabs that as a kind of a sign to the Baroness that he sees the value. And he puts like the most exotic, expensive foods, and then he approaches and he takes a seat as close to her as he's able, instead of elsewhere in the room, and he sits down.
Okay.
Do the guards react in any way?
I think so. Make an insight or a politics check.
Perfect. Politics, that is 18 on the die, plus 4, 22.
22. The guards do twitch a bit. But I think you can tell it's all kind of... The guards don't twitch because they're worried about the fact that you're sitting so close to the Baroness. They twitch to try to warn you not to sit too close to the Baroness.
They're prepared for the Baroness to say a sound, and they're ready to go on that.
Yeah, I think
I must say, Baroness, you have your dogs well trained.
I don't know. I think really there is no need for many games between us. We are prepared to release all of the workers into the care of the citizens immediately. We know that they will be quite pleased to accept our number. It is their nature to want to take from us. We are not worried about this.
I find it interesting that you are focused on what they will take from you, considering. I've read your proposal, and you are correct. It is very generous in releasing them to the citizenship of Titan, but I noticed...
Yeah, make a politics check.
Okay. Nat 20! Nat 20.
So, you, I guess, received the proposal. You read it very thoroughly. It's just they say they're prepared to release every laborer to you. The document that they've given you is very clear not to mention a number of laborers. But you can tell, given the cost, there are 312 laborers. Given the assets that it will take to move them out, you can tell that they're only prepared to accommodate the 106 non-mechanical laborers. Now, Arthurian law is very clear that machines do not have any rights of citizenship. So it's very unsurprising that they'd be like, yes, we're giving you every single worker, and we're not giving you the robots.
What is the, I get geopolitical feelings about robots and their autonomy or sentience?
So, the three human superpowers, Hather treats them as nothing, as worse than nothing. The Metaxian Federation of Democratic States, about 30 years ago, had a civil war over robotic rights that the central pro-robotic side won. This was after a big galactic event called the Machine Dark Age, which was basically a giant robot uprising everywhere across the galactic arm, which is mostly dominated by these three superpowers and then two others. The Sakharin Martial Empire, the other part of this triad, it is their position that machines are tools. And basically it's pointless to be cruel to tools, but they're not expected to have any rights.
Sure. Okay. Perfect. Look at my skills real quick. What species is the Baroness?
Human.
Human? Okay. All right. So, Nymara sees, when he mentions that he's read the proposal, I imagine that he sees a flicker of recognition on the Baroness that she might have not been sure that I had it.
Yeah, I think.
Or she wasn't anticipating I'd read the whole thing, perhaps. She thought.
Well, I think even if. I think there's not really much for me to say
Sure.
on a nat 20. Like, if you'd gotten a 17, I would have said. Yeah, you would have like been able to see it said we are prepared to remit 106 workers.
Right.
Because you got a nat 20, I think they
You're
thought
like
their
me.
contract was ironclad that you were not going to know unless you specifically asked.
I see. Okay. Wonderful. So he reads that a look go over the Baroness's face and he says, "George, please bring me the counter proposal." And he reaches back and George brings it to him. And he, what I've laid out for you here, and he slides it across the table, is a breakdown of the numbers that you have submitted. And I believe that, as you can well see, it only speaks for the organic or elemental staff. Now, I understand that you and many of the galactic empires do not see machines as individuals, and while I cannot speak to their true sentience, I believe that all beings are given a choice. Now, you have done the work to give the citizens, to sell the citizens this mine, but I see that by not including the mechanicals, you are leaving the citizens with a massive incursion and cost to be able to work those mines. So if you are truly committed to this freedom as you claim, you will include the current mechanical staff and turn that over. In exchange, as you will read in the document, we have been prepared, the Order of the Unbound Dawn, to assist in shuttling any citizens that have decided not to accept citizenship of Titan. That is our counter proposal.
Roll persuasion.
Alright. Burnt that nat 20. Alright, hold on.
Yeah, let's do it again.
Oh, yeah, okay, here we go.
Let's do it again.
No! Get out of town!
See, it's not easy.
Amazing!
And confirm. Is a
Just do it
20.
twice.
And I have a +7, so it's a natural 20 plus 9. 7. Jeez. I don't know who made these for me.
So later, if there's a combat, you're gonna only roll
Bunch
once.
of ones.
Yeah.
I'm gonna eat shit so hard the next time. I have to like really impress.
Truly, the face of the puppet.
Also, technically, I could have rolled advantage on that because I have a skill that allows me to use advantage on persuasion, deception, and intimidation when I'm trying to secure a deal with another party.
Okay.
You make that counter proposal. I think in that moment, the Countess realizes you're going to win. And I think you realize that not Countess, Baroness. And you realize that the Baroness realizes you're going to win. There is a little back and forth about selling the robots to the workers. She tries to get a price from you, but in spite of that, you walk away with everything.
Wonderful. Once the deal has been signed and he takes it, he stands up from the table and he gives her a very deep, sincere bow and then holds out his hand to shake her hand to see if she's willing to
does begrudgingly shake your hand. And then basically says to her guards, alright, let's go.
Oh, and Baroness, one last thing. Be sure to tell your friends the Order of the Unbound Dawn is coming. And then he turns and makes his exit, along with George. And the second that door closes behind him, holy shit, George. All right. We did it. We did it, George.
Masterful performance, I must say.
Thank you. You've done tremendous work. You helped me prepare for this. We achieved this success together as the Unbound Dawn. Send word to everyone that the deal's been made, and I will meet you on the ship to celebrate.
Speaking of everyone, while we were in that meeting, I did receive a communique.
Mm-hmm.
One of the few members of our orders, David Hazelford. I haven't really had time to look much into it. He pulls it up. He is requesting assistance from the state of Lincoln in the Metaxian Federation. He says that he is in progress of infiltrating some manner of group and more or less has to act immediately. He'd like reinforcements as soon as possible. Of course, it's about a 2 weeks trip from here.
All right, then the celebration will have to wait. Send word and let the ground team take care of matters here, and everyone else join me and we will provide reinforcements to David.
Your ground team is one guy.
Oh.
You're smaller.
You stay here.
You're an excellent team.
You're a level 2 Templar.
George, ground team commander. George. You handle this, execute everything we set forth in this agreement, and I will go to reinforce David. And I will bring all of my backup, which is, he pulls his sword out. Goodbye.
Alright. You get on a...
Riding the high too much.
He's just like, he's so hyped. He's like, it's his first. He's like, yeah, I'm like, in his mind, he's like, I've done it. I've saved the world. That's like a little bit of the backstory with how the order is intended to build itself. So when George takes this direction to all of these organic and inorganic citizens, part of our agreement is that if they choose, they can forego the citizenship, they can forego all these things, and they can join the Order of the Unbound Dawn and become a soldier for the cause of freeing, establishing freedom across the galaxy. So by the time I get back, I'll find out how many members we have. I've got a recruitment drive happening right now on the planet Titan.
Give us sign this petition.
George might have to do a politics check.
George is a politician's son. He's fine.
You got the position, not by merit.
Always nepotism. It's always nepotism.
So yeah, you take a ship bound for Miser. You get off that ship. Get on another ship bound for the O'Hare system, and then from there get to the new Scott system.
On any of these shuttles, did I hear any goblins?
Just a faint.
Just out of curiosity.
Probably not.
Oh, okay, good, yeah.
Just one thing.
Right, like a chunk. Think of my
And
intestines.
like a mid-flight passing, I just hear,
Shit.
It's a species of Corcoran exogenously called goblinoids are not yet a spacefaring species.
Okay.
Fairly recently, the Metaxian Federation basically set up like an embassy state, sort of, which is like they put a few colonists down on an unwanted part of it and have basically started trying to engage in diplomacy with the goblins.
Interesting. Okay.
It's probably going about as well as you'd expect.
Goblin diplomacy sounds right up my alley.
I love
Well, I like to
that.
think they're just like,
How did you come from the sky?
they don't know what's going on.
Well, I'm your god now, I suppose.
Okay.
It was that easy. I've got new members of the Order of the Unbound Dawn.
Yes.
So you're unlikely to encounter
Okay.
a goblin in
Fair enough.
civilized space.
I got it.
Civilized space.
Uncivilized.
There's an implication there that I didn't intend.
Oh, I should have said goblins can be civilized.
So yeah, while you're on a ship that's just basically entered the system, is due to arrive on the planet Davenport. As you entered sublight speeds, or I guess a few hours after, your ship is hit by something. It just, alarms start blaring, captain starts talking over the shipboard communication system that is basically just kind of ended up in a firefight where a dead ship has clipped yours as it was falling.
I see.
And all you hear from that ship is,
I can hear a thunking from here. Okay, our ship gets clipped. Got it. Or is it an abandoned ship scenario? Is it escape pod time?
People are injured. People are just injured by the force of the
Oh,
ship.
got it. Okay.
It's not destroyed and
Not irreparably damaged.
yeah.
Okay,
And
perfect.
as they, after like a brief period of panic, they're like, the ship's not going to be destroyed. We can't go anywhere. The ship is stuck until further. Well,
Okay.
Not stuck. I mean, inertia's still carrying it.
But like
Which is a
the
problem.
engine, like the engine's down.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. Nymara, first, as he's going to make his way towards command, and as he's going through, if he sees anybody who's been knocked over, like he stops to help anybody along the way, just securing, making sure things are all right, until he can find somebody of like ship security and ask them, what happened. I assume they tell me that we were hit by.
So we basically over there.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I suppose I can't do much from up here. Has anybody planned to venture down to the planet's surface to see if we can get help to come up and get a repair up here?
Right now, if we land on the planet before repairs, it's going to be bad.
Yes. Are we near any civilized planets?
Yes.
Wonderful.
We're near. We're not British. We're going into flexibly after the whole negotiation. But they're going to try to get. It's most likely that they're going to get tractored to a planet's surface before anything bad happens. There's 3 civilized planets in the area: Davenport, Bettendorf, and Silvis. Right now you are nearest to Silvis, but it's probably going to be somewhere on their way to. They're probably going to land on Bettendorf.
So there's a chance that help may not arrive in time.
It's not likely. There are plenty of ships, of disaster-rated ships,
Oh.
police ships,
Wonderful.
military ships.
All right.
That can help us.
Then I'll go back to my cabin and hang out.
The main problem that we're dealing with right now is just injuries from the initial crash.
If I can be of any help, my name is Nymara. I'm a member of the Order of the Unbound Dawn, and I would pledge myself to offer any aid I'm able to.
Right?
He gives him what that is. He gives him a He says it with all the confidence in the world that everybody's gonna know what it is. Because someday they will.
This is like.
Meanwhile, this poor McDonald's employee.
Yeah, this is like an airline steward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like the knight is just pledged.
Exactly. Yeah. So severe and very regal about it.
This is the, I don't know, man, I just work here.
So your response is that great. He's like, yes. And then he goes into action and he just goes like to work through the ship and helping people. And every time he sees a new member of security, he has this exact same conversation. Where he announces who he is, the member of the Unbound Dawn, and that he's pledged to aid them in any help they need in this time of crisis.
Walks into new room very confidently, hands on hips. Hello!
Yes.
I am here to rescue you, do not worry.
So, Gorg.
Yes.
You wake up.
That's me every morning.
Not every morning.
The ship, the walls have been crushed somewhat, but I mean, you're alive.
Tell me less.
And you certainly land. I mean, you can see out the window. The window's gone.
I just kind of peer out.
You are in a cave. You were deep in a cave. You can't really see anything. It is dark in there. But you do have dark vision, like pretty much everyone except you. Yeah. Everybody in this party has.
Yeah, except 120 feet.
Rory.
So how well can I see with that dark vision?
You can see up to 120
feet.
Okay. And how deep roughly am I?
You don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
You a spelunker?
No.
You can make a survival check.
Okay. Okay.
But you're probably going to come up with I have no idea.
Okay. Fair enough.
That's a d20.
Okay. I don't know what I want to do yet because, like, what are my other options? I'm kind of just stuck in this ship and I'm deep in a cave.
You can just try to start climbing. Like, just start trying to leave.
Can I use my rope?
Yes!
If you want to take your intestines out of your body at this stage,
You're 50 feet of rope.
I think I'm just plus you with 50 feet of
If I try to throw it, can it latch on? Like, I mean, what can I get with that rope? Can I start climbing?
The sound effects.
Yeah, now I assume CyGorg has never taken his intestines out of his body before. How does he feel about doing that?
Good question. So Gorg, he reluctantly opens up his stomach compartment, and then he starts.
Is it an accordion style lift up or a hinge door?
It's a lift up. It's
Okay.
Like a garage.
Yeah. But maybe
This is important information.
ratchets, you know. And then he kind of puts his hand in there, and then it's he knows he doesn't need it, but it's still just uncomfortable. He can feel it.
Yeah.
It's like if something really deep in your guts. It's not outright painful, but it's he just the nerves are still working somehow, and he pulls out.
Tingles.
Try to throw it up, I guess.
Okay. That's something.
So gross. I love it so much.
Yeah, make a survival check.
Okay, what's the
Survival?
Survival check with a question mark on the end.
plus one? Ooh,
That is
okay.
the correct
D20.
call.
D20.
Yeah, any of these.
1.
Oh no!
Uh-oh, something is torn.
So I got a 2. Do I make it?
On a 1. I'm finding out you actually still need your intestines.
What a way to find out!
They are intestines.
Oh my god, what a way to find out.
My stomach hurts.
He's such like all 50 feet's already out, so he's like slowly pulling it back in.
Think of vitality saves.
Okay, vitality.
This character's gonna die. That's
Have
great.
you ever tried to pack 50 feet of anything into a space? You're gonna be there a while.
He's like, they're just like popping out a little bit. You can't remember how it fit in there. It's like you're just going back in a box.
Yeah.
You don't know how it,
This was stacked perfectly before.
How the fuck did this go in?
You gotta give up trying. Start cramming.
he really, compresses it and then slams it shut. All right. Vitality.
Oh,
6.
disgusting.
Plus.
Oh, we found that comic relief.
That's amazing.
Anybody had any doubts?
You also cannot close your stomach.
Okay. CyGorg falls back, and then as he's trying to stuff it, it just kind of flops out again. He just gives up.
It's like one of those like compression, like the cat tools that have like the spring and he trying to compress it down and just pulling it back out.
Yeah.
Just pops up.
Well, I've been throwing up.
Oh, no, man.
I like that.
Jeez Louise.
So I guess his intestine ropes are only gonna be like a last resort thing. Otherwise, he's just gonna vomit everywhere.
Well, that didn't go well.
All right, what now?
Hold on. I like the idea that that you thought it would be the first option with all of us. Anytime any of us need a rope, we just be like,
Intestines.
you know what's it? No, I sold it.
I like to think every time
You get those extra 2 credits.
every time I use it, I roll really poorly on vitality, so every time I vomit. So even it's like
That's beautiful.
You can't use it without
So
risking.
good.
while everybody is like climbing, he's
Maybe relax.
Every climb check he has to have a will save. Or fortitude save.
This is why we made him go last.
Yeah.
Climbs up the rope last.
oh, and he's like uncomfortable the whole time. He's still like holding his desk.
Oh my god.
I don't know what you're talking about. This is perfect.
This is amazing.
All right, what
Now you
now?
kind of have to stay put. Your intestines are trailing out of your body. You can't really move in this state.
Okay, the last thing he does is he opens up his alcohol valve and just lets it out.
Alcohol valve.
Just opens up. And then he remains.
Okay, we move on from Gorg.
It's beautiful.
Wonderful.
So, on the planet Bettendorf. No.
Hey.
What is Echo doing on a day-to-day basis?
Normally working in a trauma center in an ER. So my character is Echo Erythrobit. They are a medical android who works in a trauma center. Very like gazelle kind of like legs, built like for agility, built to work in this type of environment. A lot of compartments, and always kind of has this like medical-esque mask, not necessarily from a like disease prevention perspective, but from a this is what humans or humanoids are familiar with when it comes to medical staff perspective. And one of their arms has these like tattoos, but it's not tattoos. It is a like graphics panel, I guess is the best way to explain it, that is specifically for like beauty and vanity. And then for hair, these big like obnoxious bubble braids, but there's rings at the like base, so they can be detached when working or reattached, and so it's a very like, we are not trying to present as human character. But yeah, just working in a trauma center, very fast-paced environment, very good at the medical side of things, atrocious with the patient interactions. Like, someone comes in with bullet wounds. Well, yes, of course. Why would you, with your fleshy little squishy body, have stood in front of a metal structure? That is absolutely ridiculous. You know, that type of mentality. So.
Where do you keep your rope?
I think there's an arm compartment. There's like a retractable type
There we
thing.
go.
Yeah.
But this one's like not
Not in
like an actual.
we have. Why?
Not my organ.
Why would I have any squishy components?
I don't know.
They're
Took
clearly
it from
subpar.
Asians. I don't.
Took it from a patient.
Yeah.
I couldn't use my own intestines, so I got someone else's.
Well, like it's an arm, but he's like veins. Like somebody veins in there.
Yep, there we go.
Gross. Yeah.
So, yeah, you're working. You're working.
Working girl.
Patching people up, scolding them at the same time.
And you receive news from a coworker that not long from now, the hospital is going to be getting a bunch of patients from flight 97612. That number's not terribly important.
Good, I'm not writing it down. Never mind. I was like, this is significant.
This will not be on the test later.
Thank you.
Yeah, there's basically been a shipwreck and they're getting people off the ship and into the hospital.
Okay.
About 40 people probably needed.
Okay. I assume that they're humans or humanoids. They always are.
Even that it's a hospital, I was. I take the robot employees to the hospital. Not the mechanic.
Like
I think there's a nurse who's had this interaction with you for a few times.
Yeah.
Most of the time, their like responses, you don't have to work in this organic.
Oh, I do, dear. You see, if we let you all try and take care of each other, it would, well, it's so sweet that you think you could do it. I'll be over here. And just like toddles off and like clearing space is like, like not even from an insulting perspective. Just this is a fact. You couldn't care for yourselves.
The brief description that you gave her for this character is starting to make a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Yes.
Also, if humans can work on robots can work on humans. Just saying, like, what, oh, you can work on us? Oh, you can work on us, but I can't work on you?
No. It's more so I've seen the things that humans do in their free time, and I question whether or not you should be classified as an intelligent species. And I think the race would die out if left alone, so I'll be here, taking care of you. Yes.
How quote unquote old is that guy? Should be doing this.
Very, how long did we say that Android school is?
Like 6 years.
Yeah. So android years like 7.
Gotcha.
Like fresh out of school thinks we are hot shit. that type of mentality.
You were programmed to be.
Exactly.
Hey,
They open the box.
I'm
This is what they
I
got.
built like this.
maybe you know this one.
Yeah.
Hey,
I don't tell you.
talk to my anchor.
Who made the robots assholes?
I designed
Just
that.
this one. Just this one.
Somebody did it.
Yeah, robots.
I like to have a word with manufacturers.
It's not really so much schooling or childhood, but like manufacturers need a reason to make robots, and if you're just like immediately like you've been programmed, you're fresh off the assembly line, you're free to do whatever you want, people aren't going to make them. So there is a 6-year period where like the manufacturer can basically act as a parent to the robot.
Cool. Okay.
They can't be put in any high-risk environments, and there's like a bunch of other requirements. But after that period, they don't really need school, but they attend like many times there is a graduation ceremony.
Yeah.
And following that is like, yeah, you're free to go interact with the world as you please.
That's awesome.
So your manufacturer was like a machine supremacist who indoctrinated this idea that things are better than everybody and all these solutions are just.
I don't think they did. There's a rationale for the perspective. We just haven't gotten there. Backstory. Secrets.
Background context.
Yeah.
So these patients are sort of brought in 2 months directly. Most are healthy enough to get into the building on their own. There is one Aglashi that is helping this extremely heavy 4-armed slug creature. A Ramam is the name of this species, and basically Nymara is the only one strong enough to actually be of any help to this guy.
Tell me the name of the species again?
Ramam.
Ramam. Do I have any knowledge of Ramam?
Yes,
And
they're the
napping.
second, actually they're maybe the first, somewhere between second and first most common species in
Okay.
the Federation.
Cool.
The reason there's only one here is because they prefer higher gravity planets generally,
Okay.
but
I think seeing that, then I will grab a gurney that can accommodate them and come over. And so.
Thank you. Please. He is very heavy. It's all right, sir. You're safe now. You're in very capable robotic hands.
I am so pleased that you acknowledge that. Okay. I'm gonna assess the injuries and.
I'm gonna go carry more patients. just runs back. Like, runs. He's like so excited to help. So hyped.
Yeah, I think for the most part, they've got a couple. You only end up needing to like ferry in 2 guys.
They had a handle. I'm more in the way for trying to help. I understand, but Nymara doesn't understand that. Just wants to help.
The running to help is very Ida coded from My Hero.
That's funny.
That's exactly what I pictured.
Yeah. That's really, yeah, I like that a lot, yeah.
So you make a medicine check, I think with advantage, because this is just typical conditions.
Yeah. 22.
Nice.
Yeah, they're not very severe, it's just preventing the guy from being able to slither easily.
Be careful, they're slippery.
I know they're slippery and they're kind of. They make these weird secretions and they have to be on the high gravity planets. And you know, it would just be so much better if you would just transport your consciousness into a mechanical life form. You wouldn't have to deal with all of this. You know, I would never get hurt in this way. And I'm like bandaging.
You guys just sitting there listening. Just like, what the hell?
First, he got carried by that weird guy, and now I'm getting talked to by this lady. That's crazy.
Worst day of my life.
Yeah, this is the worst day of my life.
scolded by an android.
God, I was on my way to court. I thought, how could this day get worse? Here we are.
I gotta file my taxes next week.
This guy was hundreds of layers away to get subpoenaed.
Oh my god. Yes.
This canon.
We're gonna follow this guy's backstory. We need to check in with him.
Oh my goodness.
It's a good thing your stuff is laminated. I've seen you almost spit all over your stuff like so It's a common
issue.
It's a good thing they're safe.
You've learned a lesson, is what that tells me.
Yes.
This is not the first time.
Right. Mistakes have been made.
I know myself well.
So, not much for. At a certain point, there's no longer much for Nymara to do. Like, patients are all in operating rooms or wherever they basically need to be to get hospital care.
Mm-hmm.
So, not much for Nymara to do at this point. But wait, maybe there.
Yeah, Nymara, now once he knows everybody's safe, pulls out that report from David again, because every free moment he's been reviewing it so that he feels ready to act when he gets like on the scene. He's just like searching for, it's probably like, there's no hidden context, but he is so like, what is he trying to tell me? When he says, I need help.
Yeah.
And he's just like running through every pot, like it's so absurd, but he just wants to be prepared. So he reads it and he starts seeing who can get him transport to the planet.
Yeah, so you did get an update later, which was like the ship that Gorg was on, basically all of the data that it had before it went dead, which included the fact that it was going towards Silvus.
Okay.
So you know
That David was David on that shuttle? Or do I believe that it's possible he was on that shuttle?
For you to have gotten the data from that shuttle, there's not much reason for you to have unless David was on there sending it to you.
Okay.
Yeah, David Hazelthorne is a chort with like passion for. It is the same guy that was piloting.
Okay.
Gorg's
Perfect.
shuttle, which you do not know, but
Well, I'm gonna be real sad later.
First session, we have to have a funeral.
Imagine the lengthy eulogy Nymara would give.
Yes. I've only met like once, too.
Yeah, exactly.
you knew him for like 3 days before he went out to do his mission. Right.
We're going for days.
But the eulogy is an hour minimum.
We're going for days.
Yeah.
And this planet's tied to the lock. So
Free-
the days are
It goes until it's night.
I'm sorry, tradition is the eulogy goes until nightfall, and it's gonna be a long one, folks.
Eventually the orbit will decay.
Nobody warned me that this planet was a bad choice for this eulogy. Alright, so I'm trying to get to Silvus.
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
So this is there's 4 main planets in the system. You got Davenport, ocean planet, Bettendorf, farming world, Moline, which has a number of moons, including Silvus. Silvus is one of the 2 that's like habitable without modification. And then there is New Rock. You'll never guess what that's made of.
Are there perhaps islands on it?
But I think at the moment, I assume, because I kind of need you to stay in the hospital until Echo can go in.
Yeah, I'm just reaching out for like trying to get right, like I'm figuring out how I would get a shuttle off, and then
Yeah.
that's what Nymara's doing in the meantime. Do I have coordinates like for David, like for a place for us to rendezvous, or when I hit the ground, where am I?
I think his initial message was that I'm going to start this in less time than it's going to take you to get there. So it's like, if you're able to get here now, I'm going to be starting at this point from this place.
Perfect. So I know where he intended to land and, okay, perfect.
But yeah, beyond that, you just have where the ship is headed.
And then like an hour later, I'm sitting in the room with the guy that I carried in, and I'm just like talking to him about stuff. He's not listening, but I'm just like, I think we're friends now.
On like a phone.
Yeah, the guy is in his like hospital bed on a phone to someone else, and I'm just like, so the Order of the Unbound Zone.
Yeah, like a guy in full like nice armor.
Yeah. Yep.
That's amazing.
You can tell all your friends you were saved by a knight.
He's on like the Wikipedia page, Order of the Unbound Zone. It's like one sentence long.
It's edited by Nymara.
They keep deleting it.
They keep thinking it's a prank, but no, it's a real thing. I've sent them my logo and everything. I made a space Dropbox.
A fox.
A fox, if you will, yeah. Space Twitter's a bitch to get verified on.
All right. So it's been, you said, a couple of hours since they brought everybody in, and they're all like in their appropriate locations. Yes? Sorry, I didn't give me voice.
Stop working.
Patients.
That one more time.
Patients came in. Patients have been dispersed to appropriate locations, no longer high energy scenario. We've chilled out. Excellent. Understood. Okay. Then I think I'm like kind of cleaning up and relocating people, as it were. So I'm gonna walk into the room that you're in.
So then, I told her, tell your friends.
Why are you still
The
here?
Order. Oh, hi.
Hello.
Hello. I was just making sure that my friend here was comfortable. You've done a tremendous job taking care of this.
I'm gonna check the chart, and your friend's name is?
Honda Civic.
Wow. You're a terrible liar.
Yes, I can't pronounce his name. That was the closest I could come to. It's
His
very
name is canonically
Hamdas. Yeah, that was mine. I forgot the hard ass at the end of it.
Hamdas.
Hamdas Sirish. Almost Sirish. Sorry, Hamdas.
Yeah, you have to go.
Yeah, I've been waiting for a shuttle which can take me planet-side to Silvis. Is there a space taxi service somewhere nearby?
You were just at an airport. When it landed.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, but that's for incoming. That's for emergencies.
This is an ER. Do I look like I can shuttle you anywhere? What?
Well, not to be that guy, but there have been androids I've met that have rocket-powered feet. You could... I'm not assuming.
It sounds like you're assuming.
I'm just saying you've put me in a position where I now have to say I've had context where this is a thing, but now you're making me. It's not important. My name is Nymara.
Nymara.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
Echo.
Nymara.
Could... My name.
Oh, I'm so sorry. He deeply bows.
You could have rockets in your feet, and then you could fly yourself wherever you should go.
God, I wish
That's the thing.
to be so free in the world.
Cybernetics exists. You could do this. In fact, it would probably be a logical decision. You wouldn't have to be worried about how to get anywhere.
Do you know a guy?
I know several.
Hands in his phone, and he's like, you can open my contacts. It's only got David and George, so you're not good. Unless one of them is a David or George, you will then have to put a last name in, because then I can't tell the difference between the two.
David and George, that's NPCs on
No, he's also met the Baroness.
Yes, she did not give me her number. I asked. She was a looker. She said, She said no. It might have been at the end of the meeting when I said, tell your friends, the unbound dawn, and then she was like, you cannot have Yes.
Yep. No.
So where can I wait for a ride?
I'm gonna hand you back your phone, and then like I'm talking to a child.
Mm-hmm.
Like, no.
Like, okay, we're gonna walk down this hall together, and there's gonna be chairs.
Okay, yes.
And you're gonna sit in the chairs.
Wonderful.
And someone will get you somewhere.
Wonderful. So did you put them in like a secret folder? I don't see any new content.
There's none of that.
Oh.
You have
Huh?
to,
Alright.
you have to.
Thank you for something, I guess. And then he just turns to me. Thank you for your help, I suppose.
Internal robotic screaming.
Yeah, it's like.
Nymara has a one-track mind. His
Okay.
brain isn't good. Brain isn't good.
Okay, I'm gonna go over to, I assume there's like there's like a head nurse, a charge nurse, something along those lines, right? Okay, I'm gonna go to whoever that is. And, you see that one and point towards Nymara? I think they have less brain cells than normal, and I am genuinely concerned that they will walk into traffic. I have to escort them.
Your shift's been over for like 3 hours.
But there were still things that needed to be done. As we've discussed, I cannot leave you alone.
Okay, I'm just saying you can't, like...
Right. Going then.
I'm gonna like calm down.
Oh, so where are you trying to go again?
My compatriot, a fellow member of the Order of the Unbound Dawn, is on the planet Sylvis waiting for aid. So I'm on my way to help him.
What kind of? You know what? We can talk in the car.
Pulls his sword, his great sword out. I think it's this kind.
And that's...
I did a talking one earlier, and that went pretty well. I haven't tried a swinging mission, but I'm pretty excited.
Oh, I'm coming with you. Give me one moment.
And I'm gonna go to the like supply closet and just stock up everything. Like every compartment is like, yep, need that, need that.
This man is going to die.
Yes.
He is not going to
Zero faith.
unless I go.
People are going to want to hit
He
this
cannot
man's
handle
face.
himself. Clearly.
Alright, yes.
This is a little the story, it's not... Okay.
For anyone curious, it's a two-handed greatsword.
Yeah, it doesn't... It's just a hilt at this point, because it's like... You started off with like...
Perfect.
Like...
Awesome!
Beam sword go.
But... Yeah, so you know where a spaceport is, because you have gotten to this planet, and it did, like... They had plenty of... It was kind of an emergency landing, but like... It was tractored by something, so... It's landed under pretty normal conditions, relatively speaking.
The supply room that Echo goes into, when she grabs the splash, she turns around and Nymara's right there. I'm so sorry, I just had an inspiration. I don't know the situation that my friend is in on the planet. You are a medical professional. Could you maybe come with me to help?
Oh, I'm coming with you.
Wonderful. Then you leave.
And I am following you. I'm convinced that you're like a child about to fight. Like, no, must be super nice.
Man on a mission.
Yeah.
This is the puppy that doesn't know what cars are yet.
Yes. Yes. This is perfect.
There's a chance he could tank it into a car.
I'm pretty sturdy. I'm a beefy boy. Yeah.
All right. So yeah, I guess we're going.
My species is described as sculpted. Just naturally.
Well, not actually.
The other thing.
We are, genetically engineered to be beautiful.
I see.
Yeah, I didn't get that one.
We were a
750-year-old dad bod.
Fair. There is.
Must be nice.
That's like the way he tells it, like it's this tragic backstory. I was growing to be beautiful. Every day, part of my training was looking into a mirror and admiring myself for a solid 30 minutes.
How do you think I feel when I look in the mirror?
Hideous.
I try not to look at you.
You should wear a mirror on your face for me.
Maybe his face is like shiny just enough, so you can like
That I can see my reflection.
yeah.
Grease.
You can see his reflection, and you can see your reflection, and you can just. Whoa.
Alright.
Yeah, we get, I suppose, tickets, 2 syllables.
Perfect.
2 tickets, 2 syllables.
Yeah.
Not a carry-on situation. Or at least allow us to spaceship. Future.
I introduced myself to the captain as a member of the Order of the Undead.
Thank you for his service for flying.
Have you heard of the Order of the Undead?
I'm like, you ask that, and I'm just like lean over your shoulder.
Don't ever The better option is to get him to say yes, and then I actually say, great! And then I move on.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I'm just done. I'll say no.
Just tell him, yep, I already got it.
Yeah.
Last week.
Yeah, meanwhile, Rory is spelunking.
Yep, I imagine the machine fixing was a quick thing, and the sheriff was like, okay, whatever.
Yeah, I think because you took his car, so you had to like drive back down. Now I'm in the truck, which just got you closer to the position. Just for one moment.
I like to think they've been down there for like a while now.
Yeah.
So he's done screaming. He was screaming for like an hour, and now he's done. So now he's just kind of like been laying there for another hour. And every once in a while, fuck. That's it. He's done screaming.
So yeah, I got my AT&T service truck.
I guess highlighting check just to see how far down you get to the truck. Get out.
Skill proficiency.
8. Not very.
You're crashes. I mean, yeah,
I can get to the same spot I was, but probably not much further down.
It doesn't. It's not like like you have hit some rocks and going down, and so.
Did you high center the space truck? No, it's just teetering on a rock, and it's like,
Check the hydraulics.
yeah.
You could try to. You do have an option in that. You could try to fix it as you go.
I mean, I have the specific set of skills for exactly this problem.
There you go.
So, let's try to fix my truck.
Okay, so
Continue, break it again, fix it again. This repeats for a while.
yeah.
Cuts down under your
Do a technology check. Do a technology check.
18.
Yeah, so you are able to just by brute forcing and fixing the car whenever it breaks first before the rocks. You eventually get to this point where the headlights are shining on a crashed spaceship.
Hop out.
You're like an echoing. prepare your...
Who's that?
What? Who are you?
I'm coming to take a look at this wreckage. Who are you?
My name is CyGorg. Can you pick that up?
And you're, I guess it's wandering toward where you can, like, see inside the ship.
Luckily, there's no windshield.
I assume you're telling me to pick up your intestines.
Yes. I'm too weak to stuff it in. Stuff it in my compartment, please.
I have a lot of leaning against the ship. I can't go see the condition that you're in because you're like off to the side after trying to get out and fail miserably. So, tap my little drone and a couple of little like teeny tiny like fly lights start buzzing around and they firefly glow kind of thing. And they get close to you and see, oh, that's a goblin with his intestines on the floor.
Yeah, what do you think it is?
Well, you're still alive.
Yep.
You can wait. Cursing me out. I'm looking at the
I guess perception technology.
Okay. It's going to technology. It's going to be a 17.
Okay. You think you can fix this up? Now, of course, that in its condition, that doesn't mean getting it to somewhere.
Right.
You can't fix it.
I assume it means like staying down here and working on it because like it's not going anywhere.
You will need more materials than you have. It'll take at least trips back up to the mainland. Or rather, you're on land now, the town is not, but...
You trying to fix it or scrap it?
It seems serviceable. Crack open the cockpit. I assume find the dead driver, the dead pilot. What happened here?
I didn't do it. We have been under attack. We've been fired at. He died.
Is he wearing his tabard?
What?
That's fair enough. If Dave's wearing his...
Oh.
I'm not 100% sure what the tabard is, but...
It's like the cloth that you the knights wear over that have like their crest and...
No, he is wearing a military uniform. I think it would take a military check to recognize whose it is.
Okay, so you said military?
Yes.
Okay. 21.
So this is a modified version of a taxing military uniform.
Is he wearing a military uniform? I assume no.
No.
I'm wearing nothing.
I'm naked. I like to be free. Now I can feel the cool breeze on my cheeks. And speaking of which, please just shove them back in. They're trying out their own chats.
I'm not touching that.
Please.
So, what's a man like yourself doing being escorted by my toxic military?
You're trying to escape, they turn you into this thing. I just wanted my freedom. Now I can't talk too much longer unless you help me put my guts back in.
Fair enough.
When you're right.
Take a look. Yeah, half of that's just hanging out there. I can try.
Just try it.
Puts on gloves.
That'll be a medicine check.
Puts on a second set of gloves.
We get scratched up a little bit. Ooh.
I mean, the rock's probably doing that anyway. Can't tell the difference.
You really like brush some debris off.
It's kind of turn on it.
I can't believe this is the direction that we've gone. We're able to get his intestines into himself enough.
Well, I found it around. I found it there. I find it very cool where you just. I don't know what to think of this.
Just don't look at it. Thank you.
No. No. What do you know about this thing?
A ship.
And the bullet holes.
Attack.
I assume by whoever turned you into.
Yes. An abomination.
There are worse things to be.
Cybernetic organism is disgusting. I'm an abomination now.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far.
I would. Disgusting.
So yeah, he looks it over in greater detail, pulls the dead body out of it, starts checking over the controls, accessing logs, things like that.
Yeah. So this thing's log, aside from sending an outgoing message intended for a Nymara Vel, this thing has virtually no logs. I mean, you can do a technology check, but
I mean, if you're saying there's nothing.
yeah, there's a like what seems to be like a fake name. Like all this ship has is like it can come up with details to ping something with that would make it seem like a normal ship, but it doesn't.
It gives like false flag signals.
Yeah, this is like
Interesting. Okay.
it's a ship practically built for hiding in place like this.
Gotcha.
Nice.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Is it able, am I able to pickpocket another plane?
Guess who's not scratching?
That is a slight. That is your sleight of hand, which is his perception.
Okay.
So, yes. However,
No,
He knows how to let those guns.
I'll do it.
I put them in there. I will take them out.
you might be able to 50 feet of rope.
And then you open the tray and put it in, and it falls out.
Alright, rolls.
Yeah.
Yes, come on.
Okay. What is the number? Perception?
So I get +7.
Oh,
So
for your sleight of hand.
I'm
Okay.
at 9.
Nah.
higher than I?
Are you serious?
So 4 is struck with a piece.
Wait, what did you get?
7.
Bummer.
Perception is only plus 1.
You have keys to your truck?
Yeah, I imagine.
That's
Okay.
No, you're aware this is like the worst job you've ever done pickpocketing. You've never, since you've been turned into a cyborg, you've never made a successful attempt to pickpocket someone.
But I did.
But somehow he doesn't notice.
Yeah. And I want to make a beeline to that truck.
Orange crack owl.
Whole aspect was like,
you were busy inspecting that like false flag thing.
Yeah.
I was like, oh.
Yeah.
well, I thought at the time, like, because CyGorg doesn't give a shit about anything. He wants to just get the fuck out of there because he just wants his freedom. He doesn't care.
So
So
never let you leave that space.
yeah, he thought he was dead with his guts hanging out. He's like, if I can just get this guy's truck, leave him out of here, I don't care about this dude. I mean,
Let's see if he knows how to drive.
Wait. Can his feet reach how tall is he?
how tall is it? That's a good question. How tall is he? I like to think he's like 3'7".
Gotcha.
Right around there.
How tall is he?
We have the technology.
Oh, yeah.
I get a piloting +1, so
It's because you're
Whose
so.
side am I looking at?
CyGorg.
CyGorg.
Yeah.
I have that.
I also love the way of like a statistician.
Right.
It's so funny.
Yes.
Well, she's the artist. So
Yeah.
Hold on, I'm pulling up the character sheet. Is that
Oh.
maybe?
Oh.
Really? There we go. I have CyGorg is 4'6".
Did he get some leg extensions in spite of his
He
Definitely needs to adjust.
Specifically shin extension.
Well, yeah. So he has 1 foot exposed, so it's like he could just, they removed the section of his legs, just extended it, and threw one of his feet back on there, because they probably just didn't, we ran out of material for his other foot.
That makes sense.
Okay, so I run to the truck, I get in, I'm just trying to get out of there.
yeah.
So,
You will roll a piloting check.
okay. 11.
Does the okay? Are these like quiet when they start up, or do they make a sound? Do you have any chance?
Stop and fix it 3 times on your way here. Yeah.
It doesn't have to make a sound as it grinds against.
I like to think you don't notice, so you're just like, and then all you hear is,
You're trying to you figured out that the accelerator will go forward. You're trying to go forward into a rock.
The muffler's dragging.
can I just destroy the truck and that'll all stuck down there?
Yes! Don't worry, I'll carry you with that.
So yeah, I hear the screeching, horrid screeching of metal on the rocks.
You're hearing slowly according to the bumper of the
Well, do I crash it?
Yeah.
Is it done
Oh, yeah, the mechanic. It's fine.
I'm sure we'll get it eventually.
Okay, so I just, I get out, I fall to the ground.
Steps over you.
I thought I needed a test drive.
I'll be taking those back.
Take one back.
I think you know.
No.
Because you didn't get that one.
This is mine. You stole it from me.
I'm about to.
No.
What's that?
Dear, fine. God, leave me outside.
That's what I thought. Put your keys back.
Stupid piece of shit.
No.
What?
I take it you want to get out of here.
Yes.
You got 2 options.
What?
You can wait until I fix my car. Or you can wait until I fix this ship.
What takes longer?
The ship. But it will get you off world.
You're just gonna give him the ship.
You don't have the material. Actually, you
Yeah, no, you said I don't have material, so that's why it's going to take longer, is because I got to go back and get shit.
Well, you gotta fix the truck first,
I know,
and
I
then
did.
go back and get shit.
Fine. Ship.
That's a good choice. Now, if you don't mind, I got to fix the car. Pocket my keys.
We'll need to cannibalize the ship a little bit to fix the car.
Pieces are there. It rocks. I don't know where the pieces of his ship went, but. So yeah, I'm gonna spend the next little bit.
Yeah, you're gonna be stuck there for the foreseeable future. Wow.
Yep. It's like we worked this out beforehand.
Yeah.
Because I'm also
know how I was gonna get you stuck there until.
Yeah, I thought it was perfect. That's like, what would Gordon do?
You right?
You'll need to.
I mean, somebody's
You'll
wrong.
need to fix it up a little bit just to do that, but yeah, you'll be able to within a few hours.
Okay, let's start with that then.
You're doing distress alarm on the
Yeah, fixing up enough to send out a distress zone. Because there's a dead pilot. I'm sure somebody's going to come for this guy.
Cry, baby,
Somebody
cry.
is coming.
Who?
The one.
Oh, right, yeah.
What's the matter?
There are
Oh, well.
there are only like maybe a handful of spaceports on, probably like single digits on Sylvis. So the one that you immediately get to is probably the closest one to where you think the ship is going.
I immediately report to the sheriff's office. That's how we're going to find out, right?
You may or may not be wounded.
You know, that's how we get.
See, a full knight walks into the sheriff's office. Everybody ends up just a little bit on guard. Yeah, I guess you get to like a front desk.
Okay. I need to speak to the sheriff. My name is Nymara. I'm the leader of the Order of the Unbound Dawn, and I need transportation.
Ooh.
Nymara. I'm the leader of the Order of the Unbound Dawn. You must have heard of me.
No?
Just now.
Oh, all right. Well, my name is Nymara, and I lead a group, and we're called the Order of the Unbound Dawn. And I need to speak to a sheriff for transportation, please.
It's not like a taxi service, but what do you?
It is like a
Alright, okay. Can you tell me where you need transportation to?
pull up the coordinates. What a member of my order has sent a distress signal, and I need to provide aid. This could be a serious life or death situation.
See, look some stuff up, does see the distress signal actively up and running. Now roll a persuasion check.
Sure thing. That is a 17.
Reverse it inside. It was lower than a 3. It was an 18.
Okay.
So I guess he believes you. Thinks for a second, you're like, because you're like straight up a knight, this is like some weird fucking LARP thing.
Hell yeah.
It's like, there is a stress call that matches what you were showing us, so I guess, yeah, this is an emergency. We'll help you get there.
Thank you. Is there room for my compatriot here? She can provide medical aid. They can provide medical aid? They can provide medical aid.
Please don't make me be alone with him. He'll tell me about the order again and just.
Oh, have you forgotten some of the things
No,
I mentioned on the show?
I remember all of them.
Okay, yeah, wonderful.
It's great.
It's one of the best things about talking to an android. They remember everything.
We're gonna be sending an ambulance, the two of you, yeah, you can go.
Are you sending someone in the ambulance who is at my caliber?
She means squishy.
Oh yes. Are you sending a squishy?
I was heavily insulted the entire time she said it to me over and over. She made direct eye contact when she said it, so I knew it was.
I don't mean it as an insult.
We're going to be sending an ambulance.
Yes.
I don't mean it as an insult, but I do mean it.
No, it is not an insult. It's just a fact, and I will be going.
We have one mechanical paramedic and they're elsewhere, so yes.
Wonderful.
And then yes.
Away!
Oh God.
You say away and you just stay there for a second.
Can you tell me where to go? I thought more people would be moving.
They do take you to a sheriff's car. They're not. The distress signal at this point is going an hour or two, so they're not the most like And they're also like not terribly close to where this is. So they're not immediately like, okay, let's start.
It's not like there's massive resources to just like expend on. So it takes me.
It is technically outside the
Jurisdiction.
jurisdiction.
But it's a matter of life and death.
Yeah, they do send a guy. So
I'm the guy.
you spend like an hour talking to this deputy about basically introducing yourself 20 times while I go ask you to continue to listen.
I think so. I forgot to mention I have like a third arm claw kind of
Oh,
thing.
shit.
Like that. Yeah.
Where did that come from?
But I also, but I think periodically to like get you to shut up, I'm just gonna use that to reach around and like tap your other shoulder. Yeah. Yep. Just
Must have been the way. I think it's just like quiet for 10 minutes. It's almost exactly on that pattern where it's like, where was I in the story? And just quiet.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Like let you go for like a couple of minutes, be like, no, can't do it. Yeah. Just keep.
So then I said, tell your friends about the order of the unbound dog. What was that? What?
Okay, it's the story of like.
It's the one job he's done! So proud of himself.
Yeah, you eventually arrive with this deputy, two paramedics in an ambulance that's been riding behind you.
And how many of them have joined the order since the drive?
0.
Okay, yes. So I check the numbers sometimes.
Honestly, well, yeah, you weren't the paramedics that were just like flying in a different car. You haven't had the chance.
Oh, I was talking over the intercom. So just so you know who I am when we get to proceed, my name is Nymara.
You have like one paramedic who is like actually sort of interested, but like the other guy's like, get away.
Perfect. Yeah.
It's really encouraging those that never force the presence, because presence being forced by everyone.
There's never been more accurate description of me as a person, I think, than that.
Especially the cars are getting to a point where they're not able to proceed further. Unlike with,
The truck.
whatever their name
Rory?
is. One of the four people. No, they weren't able to get to the point where Rory was there to just fix their cars every time we run into something. So you have to proceed on foot. I think you and Echo, one of the other four people.
You'll get there.
Are probably be better because you are like adventurer tier are the best at climbing down.
I brought rope in case we need to climb down anyway. It's about 50 feet. It's warmer than you think, and I don't want to talk about why.
To the millimeter.
I bought from 50 feet of rope. They know their measurements. Let me tell you, once you've bought 6, you're like, well, I buy from here now. Let's trust you. You need rope? Call 50 feet rope.
You're the first one to get down right.
50 feet rope is also in my contacts in my phone.
Yes!
I have forward on speed dial.
And they have your number blocked.
Thank you. I never get anybody on the line, but I do call sometimes, just to say thanks.
They have AIs for responding. They don't talk.
I'm labeled as a robocall, and it's offensive, frankly. So we still on?
Yeah. So
Yeah, we
you arrive to see a ship, and actually nothing. You arrive to see the ship. It is crushed.
Can I kind of assess whether or not people would have survived this wreckage? Like, should I look for survivors, or am I looking for bodies?
I think you're looking for bodies.
Okay. All right.
As soon as we get close enough that I feel like anybody could hear me, I shout, "Is anyone alive down here?"
What now?
Oh, it worked.
Oh, there are people! He's shouting out to the... Don't worry, we've come to rescue you!
That's surprising.
My name is Nymara!
I don't care!
Order of the Unbound Dawn!
Fuck off!
I don't think he can hear me. I'm too far away to effectively communicate.
Let me go investigate this. And so I'm gonna.
I assume he misunderstood. Yes.
Reasonable assumption.
He must have not understood what I said.
So I guess I'm gonna. A follow-up question. Goblins are new to interacting with others. Do I know about goblin anatomy?
In this case, yeah, roll medicine.
Oh no. Oh, where is medicine? Hold on. Oh, okay.
I would assume you're going to the master.
It is. Okay, 11.
11. No, you haven't heard of what's the population.
Cool,
You don't know
cool.
what population is.
It's okay, they're squishies. It's whatever.
This one's only like
Partially.
he's like 1/4 squishy.
When was the last time you ran into something you didn't know?
I took it, yeah. I think I'm gonna walk over and like, alright, what do we have here? And like pull something out, like gauze or something, and then look at you and just, what the fuck are you?
I did the same thing, Tin Face.
I'm sorry, have you seen yourself?
What were you made for? Vacuuming?
Vacuuming. I was made to save creatures like, intelligent life forms who possess the ability to save themselves due to their inferior bodies, but I'm not sure if you could be classified as intelligent.
I think there's something wrong with your programming.
This is wonderful. This is exactly what I had hoped for.
Get out of my face!
Alright.
You're not even sentient.
I'm not sentient.
Yes, I was born, you were made.
Oh.
That's why I'm better than you.
Oh, you think you're better than me?
I know I'm better than you.
Alright, as we're talking, can I like scan him or like look at his body structure in an attempt? My goal is to see that his abdomen is actually a garage door.
It's not even like fancy technology. It's like just a rag. You know when like it's like those really shitty like you lift it up and sometimes it goes this way. Yeah. It's not even like clean. It's like broken blinds. Yeah, exactly. It's like they're not fully broken, but it's like the metal scraping against metal. Yeah. It's just like really. It's scratched. If you looked at it, took it apart, it's like scratched up. It's really shitty.
Like, it wasn't built for you, it was branded to you.
Like,
Yeah, so, your technology and medicine scores are identical, so one of them truly does not have a
18.
Yeah.
Cool. Oh, you think that I was built incorrectly? That's cute.
he's like grabbing it back.
At 18, you also know this is a very bad thing.
Well, it's like extra spiteful too.
Yeah. Huh. That's not exactly what I was doing.
You must be defective. What are you doing?
I must be defective. Do you know what you sound like?
What piece of shit? What fucking factory did you come from?
The kind that knows how to make things correctly, and that's not how those go in, by the way.
They're like coiled, like a coiled.
They're doing how I
Yes.
At least 3 times.
Yeah.
Trying to fix the truck.
You're like
I fixed the
under.
road, I'm trying to fix the truck.
You're under the truck and you just
I like the
it.
fifth time today.
Oh.
Fucking hookah joke.
This is beautiful.
Well, I know all about a joke, I just met one.
Not long after the paramedics and the sheriff, or the deputy, do arrive, sees basically what looks to be a dead Metaxian soldier piloting this ship. And I guess, yes, that's the question, CyGorg.
What? I had a long day.
So who are you exactly?
I'm CyGorg.
Okay.
Don't laugh at me.
Okay.
What happened here?
What do you think, Professor?
I think. Yeah, he arrests Simon.
Yeah, this feels right.
But
Okay, fuck you.
I'm a man of the law, and I honestly kind of agree.
while that is happening, can I go assess the corpse to determine the cause of death?
Yeah, I think.
Well, I have found David by that point.
Yes.
Okay.
One of the paramedics, actually probably both of them, are doing the same. They're assessing her. David. What are you trying to do?
Just figure out what, like, I figured you'd have me roll too.
Okay. Yeah, medicine or investigation.
Cool. Medicine.
17.
Okay. A lot of like railgun shots have hit through the hull of the ship. He died. He's been grazed by one. There's probably some mix of asphyxiation from the air going out and the bleeding from the railgun wound.
And railguns are only going to be on other ships, right?
Yes. I mean, the
Yes,
ship,
yes.
the ship that has hit this ship is only going to be from
Another
anti-ship
ship.
defenses or ship-to-ship.
Okay. So seeing that and realizing that, I'm gonna like, of course, Sheriff, this idiot did not kill him.
Of course not. I was with you. Oh, wrong idiot.
Yes,
Sorry.
the other one.
You started calling me that on the drive. I'm sorry.
Very.
My mistake.
Don't take it personal. It's not like this thing can actually mean anything.
You know what,
Tin bucket.
Sheriff? I think maybe he did. Unless you'd like to amend that last statement.
I apologize.
Finally!
Telling me to arrest him, like, you are sort of committing a crime. Your assessment of this is conditional on one response timing.
The cause of death is clearly from a railgun of another ship. However, I do think that it is entirely plausible that this complete and utter idiot somehow irritated the other ship with that incessant jabbering that you seem to pass as language, and therefore they shot at the ship to get him to shut up.
I think you're getting rusty.
I am made of a material that does not rust.
Sooner or later.
Make a perception check, everyone.
I was really hoping to say persuasion of some kind.
What did I get for perception?
I got about one.
18.
Do I
Nice.
get anything? It just says plus.
Perception.
Thank God. Yeah.
Plus one. Okay.
Oh god.
I get 11.
Oh yeah.
Very charismatic, but my awareness is not great.
Well,
This checks out.
I got a nat 1, but I have a 5 overall.
Actually, make a check from the drone as well.
Ooh.
Let me scroll down.
Let's try it out with this.
Right, yeah. One of you has got to succeed in this.
Please, someone see
I
what's
think
happening.
its wisdom is awful, but her awareness,
Awareness.
it's got to adhere to my.
I have no
It's
social
a
awareness.
+2. It says passive is 6. I don't know how that happened.
Probably
You play well. You play very
It's
well.
got a +2.
Yeah, that's wrong.
Just slightly combative, like in every.
Okay,
I
so
copied something from somewhere.
okay, so what number am I using?
But like unaware of it.
Yeah. It's just better.
Its perception is +2.
Oh, okay. I see it now. I see the updated information. So that's going to be a 13.
Okay.
So I got an 18, my drone got a 13.
I think. Yeah, so nobody notices anything until. What did you get? 8.
I'm crying. I'm holding David's hand and I'm just a tear.
Okay. Nobody. Yeah, nobody notices anything until. Wait a minute. Stealth.
I was gonna say we're gonna get combat.
I think, yeah. Rory does hear very quietly some weapons charged. And then Nymara's armor gets hit with a shot.
Oh!
You're crying over the loss of your friend. I mean, I would shoot the tank too.
Ooh, yeah, right. Smart.
Fair.
Roll initiative, and that's what we're gonna do now.
Yeah.